Imagine you walk into a room and your appearance changes the atmosphere. Your appearance commands respect. Your contribution is immediately recognized. Your opinion is listened to. This is not just wish fulfillment. It's the result of mastering an ancient art, infused with Stoic wisdom. Today you'll learn 9 powerful psychological strategies that can elevate your authority and make you a priority in every situation. You know the frustration of being underestimated and overlooked. You make an effort, but even in broad daylight it feels like you're a shadow. It's a common story, but it doesn't have to be yours. Stoicism offers a non-intuitive lesson. True value comes from within and is not diminished by external oversight. However, it is undeniable that gaining priority in the eyes of others can lead to significant benefits, whether it's career or personal life. The strategies we are about to explore are not just theoretical. They are practical and have been time-tested. They will not only give you the recognition you deserve, but will also strengthen your inner resilience. As you consider these strategies, remember that they're not just techniques. They are part of a transformational process, a change of mindset that starts with how you see yourself and extends outward. So if you're ready to not just be noticed, but to be favored, stay with me. It's not about capturing a fleeting moment of attention. It's about creating a powerful presence that persists and has an impact far beyond your initial interaction. Let's begin the process to become more honored and prioritized. First, command your space. Let's get right to the heart of the matter. You will not tolerate a second seat in the office, on the field, or the gym. So why settle for it in life? It's not about ego. It's about respect for yourself first and foremost. When you decide to invest your time and energy, do it where it counts. If there is no mutual recognition of merit, it's time to reconsider. By choosing an environment where your value is recognized, you build your alliances. You naturally elevate your status. Remember that you have no control over how others evaluate you, but you are the emperor of your own self-esteem. You want to be the protagonist too. Create your own joy. Here's the blunt truth. Tying your happiness to someone else is like building a house on sand. It shifts and collapses without warning. The man who is the master of his own joy, has a power that no one can take away. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions. It's about drawing satisfaction from the parts of life that you control. Have you ever noticed that people are attracted to those who are in control? It's not an accident. It's the magnetism of self-sufficiency. Find pleasure in your daily routine, your personal accomplishments, quiet moments of contemplation. It's not about a solitary life. It's about to be so rooted in your own happiness that you become the rock, not the waves, rather than the waves crashing against it. That's the kind of person who doesn't just get on somebody's priority list, a list of priorities. He tops it. 3. Master the art of presence at the expense of absence. It's a basic law of nature that a scarce resource is most valuable. If gold were as common as gravel, it would be worth the same amount. Apply this to your presence. When you're always connected, you become just another part of the landscape that's easy to overlook. No Stoic sage ever gained respect by being on everyone's toes. Let's keep it simple. It's very simple. Be the gold, not the gold. It's not about playing games, and it's not about to measure your minutes. It's not about playing games or measuring your minutes with a cheapskate's hand. Exciting, filled with purpose and passion. That your availability is naturally limited. You are not hiding. You rise up by engaging in endeavors that sharpen your mind and strengthen your soul. And here is the decisive moment, when you give someone your time. It's not just another time in your schedule, it's an event, and they'll feel it too. Your presence becomes a privilege, not a given. 4. Hold your orbit, pique their interest. Let's understand the paradox of desire. The world is chasing what is retreating from it. The rarest treasures are the ones that are not easily obtained. In your relationships, if you make someone your son, your whole world revolves around him. You risk of becoming just another companion, predictable, constant, taken for granted. Think of the opposite, a life in which you are the sun, and others are attracted to you, into your attraction. It's about cultivating a life that is so rich, so interesting, that you don't need to revolve around someone else, and they'll feel the pull of your passions, projects, your growth. It's not about that. It's not about playing to get, it's about being. You know, the old saying, the grass is always greener on the other side. There's some truth to that. Naturally intrigued by the unattainable, the unoccupied sovereigns. So when you don't get distracted by your own path. When you don't make them the epicenter of you become greener than grass. You don't detach, you just aligned. And in that alignment, you become the mystery, the challenge, the goal. Your presence becomes a reward, not a right. And suddenly, you find that they're seeking your attention, not the other way around. And therein lies the crux, the secret to making yourself a priority in their lives, without even asking for it. About it. 5. To be able to back down. The ultimate act of self-respect. The willingness to lay it down and walk away. Whether it's a negotiation, a failed deal, or a one-sided relationship. The willingness to walk away is the purest form. Stoicism teaches us to detach ourselves from outcomes and focus on our own actions and values. Not about giving up, but about stepping forward for the sake of. Not about giving up, but about stepping forward for our own well-being in the grand theater of life. Knowing when to leave stage left is as important as making an entrance. It's not a hasty step or a surrender. It's not a hasty move or a surrender. It's a strategic retreat. Remember, the strongest position you can be in is one in which you are not bound by the need to achieve any outcome. Think of it this way. Every time you're ready to leave, you're sending a signal out into the world. You're sending a signal out into the world that says, I value myself enough. I value myself enough to disagree. It's not about arrogance. It's not about arrogance. It's about self-confidence. Self-confidence. And the point at which you begin to pull away is often the very moment when others begin to take a step towards you, realizing the value of what they stand to lose. Walking away is not the end. It is a declaration of one's value. It's a declaration of one's worth. It's a pause for reflection, a place where you weigh out the scales of your life. Does this situation deserve your time, your energy, your passion? If not, do you have the strength, the courage, and the stoicism wisdom to step back and redirect those resources to where they are recognized and valued? So keep that strength close. Use it wisely and with a pure heart. Use it wisely and with a pure heart. Sometimes the most powerful step you can take is to take a step back. And in doing so, you may find that everything else will take a step forward.